Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Pokemon Colosseum. This is Hydroxide530 here, and we are going to just show off the team a bit right here. The two things I'm starting off with, which is Meganium and Slugma, or Lava Ridge and Pedalsaur. But you can see that Lava Ridge has a adamant nature, which is the exact opposite nature you'd want on a Slugma or a Magcargo. Anyways, once we get out of this screen, I believe I was just doing intros and showing what my team was going into this, but as you can also tell, this is also post commentary, as the audio from my actual commentary went bad. It got choppy, it was weird. It actually, at the end of it, had 6 minutes just gone, which is why I had to do it this way. Anyways, let's get this show on the road. Fine, after all the persuading I did, you still won't hand it over? Humph. This is what happens when stubborn oafs who don't do as I say. Dang. You treacherous swine, how could you refuse to battle? Urgh. Dahaha, treacherous! You didn't really think that a worm like you could win? All you had to do was hand over the time flute without making a fuss. It's your own fault for getting hurt. Since you're not cooperating, I have no choice but to haul you off to Ain's lab. Who are you? What are my underlings doing? That outfit of yours. You must be the troublemaker who messed with Scrub in Celebi's forest. And now you've come to mess with me, the great Dakim. Don't make me laugh. I'll pound a lesson into your flesh and bones so you'll never think of bothering me again. I don't know where that accent came from. Don't ask. I just don't know. It's the best. I don't even know what to do with him, so I decided to go with that. Anyways, he sends out Metang and Golem, which is why I started out with a fire type and a grass type. As I said, you can also start with Octillery because she doesn't, or it does neutral to Metang and has that 4x super effectiveness. I'm going to start off with Sunny Day on Meganium's turn because I have strategies with my Meganium, which the best one to do it is Meganium because, as you can see here, the strategy of his team is protecting Earthquake. It's not going to do much to Pedalsaur as it is a grass type, and grass types are... It's not very effective against grass types to have a gigantic Earthquake hidden. But Golem protects itself because, well, that's a good strategy to use, as is the one that I'm using right now, which is Sunny Day, and you'll see it in the next turn, Solar Beam. I decided to go with Misdreavus because it has Levitate, which means it does not take any damage from Earthquake, which... a good idea, but the only thing is the fact that it's under level because it's not a part of my team. I'm only using it to help out with the effort. And I use my revive on Slugma because I actually believe that I do need that thing later on in the battle. But this is my strategy: Sunny Day, Solar Beam. That completely hurts a water type. It just completely decimates a ground type, water type, rock type. It's really powerful in those sort of situations, which is why I like the strategy Sunny Day Solar Beam because, well, as you can tell with half my team knowing Sunny Day and one of my team knowing Solar Beam, and then more of my team going to be knowing I believe Synthesis, and the other one knowing Morning Sun, which makes it to where everything in Sunny Day, like those two moves in Sunny Day, heal extra damage, or heal extra health back, which is why I'm really happy about my strategy here. But it's not the grandest strategy in the world, I'll admit that, but which is Protect Earthquake is the best strategy to use in this game. Because Sunny Day Solar Beam, if you're using a grass type, you're also it's kind of a double-edged sword in a way. Because, well, as you'll see from this camera up here, which is a fire type moves get buffed in Sunny Day, which makes it to where it is extremely hard to really not get completely decimated by a fire type because you are using you're making their moves more powerful, and if they're super effective against you, and you're going to get decimated. But all well ends well, because as I take out Matang here with a couple of shadow balls to help it to whittle it down until it sidekicks me into oblivion because this thing's massively underleveled, I will send out Octillery here because, well, actually no, I send Winona out. What am I talking about? But yes, Flamethrower. This thing's gonna just completely shred Pedal Sore here because super effective Sunny Day, as I've already stated before. And now I send out Octillery because this is going to be the power player of this battle. Well, for the rest of this battle. Even though the sunlight's out, I decided to go. I'm kind of like this. I was deciding Octazooka on it, and then I go for Sing because I don't really know what else to do with Winona here, which I actually succeed in my Sing and put the Matang to sleep. So now it cannot attack me with Earthquake, which was a really good move on my part. But now the sunlight's faded. So Octillery just got double its attack, or special attack, because of the fact that the sun is now gone, which means its half water damage is now irrelevant. And it's not very effective Dragon Breath, but you know, you can't really do much about that. Octillery, remember how it's a level 20 Remoraid that was weak and terrible? Well, now, since it's an Octillery that's up in par to levels, it is now a very good Pokemon in my opinion. It really does do some good damage, especially when you get a Mystic Water, which unfortunately for us won't be for a very long time. But here we have Entei stats, which he gets better in the 4th generation when the special and physical split get bet here, and the fire type and then the fire type move Flare Blitz gets introduced. But overall, he's a legendary beast from Johto, and he's actually not that bad even in the special attack and speed department. But his real prime is going to be in the 4th generations and later because of the fact that he gets a lot more moves with elemental physical damage. Anyways, we will go on with the battle here. As you guys, I want you guys to answer me this. Would you rather me do the battles with the bios in between, like what I just did there, or would you like to see me do it with the way I was doing it before, which I just do post commentary and just kind of, I mean, both of them have their draws and both have like a bad thing with them, but I just want to know if this is a good idea. Anyways, this is the whittling down Entei phase of this battle, which as you can tell is going pretty well. All I'm going to be doing from now on is whittling down Entei's HP down to, well, at least half. Which, as you can tell, and also since this is a Pokeball only run, these legendaries with catch rates of 3 are going to be a very, very annoying problem with how they're going to be really difficult to capture, because Pokeballs take a long time to catch legendaries or anything like Metagross, because of the fact that they are very tough to catch in general. But I like to put myself up to the challenge of doing a Pokeball only run because, well, what fun is it if you can just use everything on like you can use something that has 3 times the capture rate or 10 times the capture rate when it comes to Dust Balls. I would rather have a little bit of fun with it and just, well, I'd rather just go ahead and do it Pokeball only, plus you can't go wrong with the regular Pokeball. I mean, it looks cool because look, it's just the logo, pretty much the logo of Pokemon. You don't see a Great Ball pop up on the screen whenever you see the Pokemon logo. You see the regular old Pokeball, which that means it has a bit more meaning to it in my opinion. Anyways, we're getting into the final phase of the battle, which is just me putting Entei to sleep. And by the way, this Fire Blast is really, really powerful. I mean, my Espeon is no pushover after all. But unfortunately, the battle only gets harder from here. I decided to go with just the regular Pokeball, as I said. And I go with Sing here, kinda making a failsafe on if it wakes up or not, which I kinda regret doing in the long run because, well, Entei has pressure, as you can see him break out of the ball here, but 1. That's gonna be a real big theme of this. 1. This is just not gonna work for a while. I'm not even gonna keep doing that because look, it's just gonna keep going 1. That's how difficult it is just to keep throwing Pokeballs at the thing. This is number 7 of the Pokeballs, which still isn't working. However, this one kind of gives you a bit of hope. 1, 2, 3. And it just drops out. I was like, ah! Whenever I was doing the actual video. And then and it's just 1, 2. And then the last ball. 1, 2, 3. And we got it. This was the last ball I could use because I knew he was going to wake up and Shadow Rush. Meaning that it would have just ended the battle there because he would have fainted and it would be me frustrated. But I was like, yes, yes, yes! Time for voices. The way you handled those Pokemon with your audacious skill. Who are you? Master Dakim. Ah, scrub. You were hopelessly outclassed against him. You had 0 chance of winning. I'm pulling out for now. You'll go to Ein's lab and help out there. As you wish, sir. This isn't over yet. Stronger Pokemon are being made even now. You better get serious about training your Pokemon for the next meeting. Dahaha! Again, I don't even know what the accent is. It kind of sounds a bit Irish with a bit of Russian and mixed in and stuff, but oh well. We can just go with it, right? And we grab ourselves an F-Disc, and Vander just gets up on his own. Ow. That wasn't an experience I would ever want to have again. I'm glad you came to my rescue. Thank you. I'm Vander. I'm an area leader here at Mount Battle. You're also the worst one out of them all. I'm Misty, and this is Brian. We're glad to see you. What she explains everything. What you've told me explains a lot. Thanks to you, I know exactly why they attacked us. This is a time flute. I happened to find it while I was on my training trek. It said that the time flute will summon Celebi, but just once. There must be something about Celebi that frightens them. They obviously don't want Celebi to encounter Shadow Pokemon. But let's not spend any more time here. Let's go back. But here, I want you to have this. And he actually gives us a time flute. But, are you certain? May we really have something this precious? I think I was explaining the time flute thing. But, anyways. Of course you may. I'd rather have you use that time flute than have those crooks take it by force. Use it and save these Shadow Pokemon from their sinister plans. And that is actually it for this video. You also get the TM47, which I'm gonna check right here to see what it is, and it is Steel Wing, which I actually want to teach to my Altaria. Not because Chugga Conway did it in Emerald. No. This thing doesn't have the best moveset. It's meant to be more over a Saboteur, just the way I'm doing mine. But that's alright. But anyways, we're going to go to the move deleter and delete fly for it and get ourselves a new move, which the only problem with this is the fact that I don't have a flying type move anymore, which the only real good use for it is against bug types, which we have fire type for. So that's my logic behind getting rid of fly and getting steel wing instead. Anyways, we will now teach Steel Wing to, unless I do stupid things, but we'll now teach Steel Wing to our good old Winona, which, as you guys know, the name is from the gym leader from Hoenn, which is the 6th gym leader, which we haven't gotten any, like, art of yet, like, official art for it yet. Anyways, that'll do it for this episode. If you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode when we actually go find out where that F-disc is supposed to be used at.